what Zimbabwe we want, how we want it. That is the process and the destination. That unity is grounded in oneness. We fall together, we fail together, or we rise together. We are one nation, one vision, one future, one success, and even in circumstances of failure, one fall. There is no separate destiny for a few and for another. We must understand that we have over 5 million Zimbabweans in the diaspora, and it doesn't matter how good you are, even if you're a blue chip company, because you have a bad government, your goodness is eroded. You are a good citizen, but with a bad leadership, the ultimate is that your gains are negated. So the key agenda for this year is going to be to unite all progressive forces around this new national consensus, built on forgiveness, peace, healing of wounds, and oneness. That is our agenda. That is the basis of an everlasting national reconstruction and reconciliation. Number 2, we are going to be reclaiming citizen agency and leadership. Let the citizens lead. Apart from understanding that we need oneness and the collectiveness, the togetherness, the movement together, we need to make sure that we reclaim citizens' role and agency. True transformation begins with you, the citizens. We need to be cultivating an awakened, conscious, and responsible citizenry. Citizens who understand their agents, their role, their responsibility in shaping the destiny of a nation. Real change is not delivered by politicians. Real change is delivered by citizens. It is built and defended and supported by the citizens themselves. We are building that agency. We are going to make sure that we do everything practically possible to act, mobilize, organize, recruit, conscientize, educate, and sustain so that information flows to every platform, every forum. According to our understanding, every corner must be reached so that grassroots mechanisms are indeed organic and are also activated in a mass-based way. We aim to build a nation of leaders, not followers, where every citizen is responsible for shaping their destiny. Citizen agency is going to be one of the critical elements as we build this important platform. Clearly, we need a movement, not just a political party. A movement is broader in cause. A movement is deeper in issues. A movement is more galvanizing for all the people to fight, not for positions, titles, or entitlements, but to fight for a functioning economy and a working country and institutional dignity. So that message must be spread so that there's stewardship across the board, even in communities. This year, because we are talking about leadership of the citizens, we're also going to emphasize action around the environment. Our environment, our resources have been decimated, plundered, and looted. We need to make sure that we go back to that paramount responsibility as citizens. The wealth of our nation must be protected. We are seeing our mountains being decimated. We are seeing our rivers being destroyed. We have seen even our forests being destroyed. We must defend our environment and our resources. Yes, we need to exploit them, but exploiting is not destroying. There's no exploitation that engenders destruction because we have future generations to protect and prosperity. So it's going to be one of our major issues as we go forward in terms of citizenship, leadership, to make sure that there is also environmental stewardship in the country. Number 3 agenda is preparing for the next government. Our strategic pivot and ultimate endgame is to form the next government, a citizens' government, supported by all citizens. So we are preparing for that government. It's based on competence, capacity, and capability. You have seen most of the people who have been deployed in some of these spaces, the local authorities and parliament. Some of them, they are guided by nothing but greed. And that is what we must fight. This phase is about readiness to govern, from a movement to a government, from the street to the state. And that requires deliberate investment in capacity, competence, and character, and the necessary policy depth, administrative readiness, ethical leadership, and institutional thinking that is required. Government is not about slogans or rhetoric. It is a responsibility to put in place systems and execute an agenda that responds to the citizens. I'm sure this government promised that